Okay friends, it's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, and I just am going to do a real quick update. This iris bed that I had grand plans for down here alongside the road is just not working out. First of all, even though I built it up, I think it sits too low because the plants get wet and then they get what's root rot and they die. So it's just not a very good place for the iris on this side of the road. Now on the other side they seem to be doing okay, but it's like on a slope that goes down to a ditch, and so I think they drain better. It's just so hard to keep up with this because, as you can tell, all the weeds. And believe it or not, about a week ago, this was completely cleaned. It was clean. You could see all the irises. It looked fairly good considering the missing iris because of root rot. But I have just decided it's just too much. That this bed here is just too much. So we're going to dig it out. We're going to tear it down, and we're going to turn it back into lawn. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, and this is just an update as to what happened to this iris bed. Alright, as you can see, I have the tools out ready to go. And so the first thing on the list is to dig up the irises. I've already started, and right now I'm just placing them over across the road until I decide where I want them permanently. But I mean, like, you just look in here and you'll see an iris every now and then. Like this one survived, and this one's kind of trying to survive. But there should be like 9 irises in here, and I'm down to 1. And then this end down here, I mean, it's just you can't even see the irises, and it's just too hard to keep up with. So live and learn. Sometimes gardens don't always work out where you want them to be, or you have to really adjust the environment. And I don't know, I tried to raise the ground level, I tried to fix the drainage problem, but it's just not working out here. All right, so that's what I'm going to be working on today. And okay, and quick note here is I'm not going to be able to film myself doing this because I did not bring my tripod. I'm actually doing this on John's phone, so I'm going to work, and as I make progress I'll just show you some of the steps as I go. But step number 1 is to dig out what irises there are and to move them. And right now I'm putting them across the road until I decide where I want the permanent location to be. All right. Okay, so after I dug up all the plants, the next thing was to have mowed down all the weeds. And after he mowed down the weeds, I'm able to see these posts better. And now the next thing is to dig up the post. Now, the only thing is, which I just thought about, is I did have some daffodils and tulips planted on this side along this post. So I'm going to see if I can find them as I go. And if not, we may just have random daffodils and tulips in the spring. But that will be okay. All right, so let's get to digging up these posts. There are 2.5 on that side and 2.5 posts on this side. Okay, so I got the post dug up, and there were actually 6 posts altogether, so 3 on each side. So 3 posts on each side. Lesson learned. Do not bite off more than you can chew. I probably should have just done 1 post length. I overextended myself with this garden area. So start small and then add on. That was my lesson learned. I was dreaming too big for the first year or two. Anyway, now the next step is to pull up all the black plastic that I had laid down that was supposed to act as a weed deterrent, but did not. As you can see, the weeds just grew right over the top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up all this black plastic. That shouldn't take too long. Okay, so the black plastic has been pulled up and it's ready to be gotten rid of. The black plastic I don't think I can reuse. Of course I will hang on to the post and reuse them, repurpose them. But anyway, so this is done for today.